Just like Puerto Rico, all right?
Yeah.
Get it? Welcome.
Here to sell a car. Anybody looking to buy?
I already bought one.
You did?
I already did.
Any complaints?
Not
Look at
yet.
this kid, he's wearing a Vikings hat. We do? That's gotta go. We got a beanie cap? We do? Very nice. You know it's the Twins Caravan, right? Okay. How about that? That'll work? My name is Danny. How many of you here watch TV, turn the volume down, and turn on the radio? Perfect, perfect. I would just like to say since 1987 I've been on this caravan. Finding out Bert's been doing it since 1970. So he's got me beat by a few years. So other than that, you've got to be proud of the Twins fans still supporting the Minnesota Twins over the years. And this is kind of to me, the kickoff for spring training. As a player coming over here, it seemed like the caravan was the start of something that's happening right around the corner, and that's spring training. Let me introduce, of course, we all know Hall of Famer Bert Blyleven. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that he had good outfielders that could shag the balls for him.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, but you don't know how many times I ran back to the fence and said, I'm not catching that one, Bertie.
Wait, let me say, one time I'm pitching in Fenway Park. Of course, that wall is about right here where this glass is, and I can hear Danny saying, "Hey, throw him a fastball." And I look over and I say, "Danny, move back," and he goes, "My back's already against the wall."
Last year came to camp, and one thing about the program, and I hope there's some questions here because regarding last year coming to spring training, one of the things I asked you is, the emphasis on you was to learn the pitching staff, and that's always to me the toughest thing for a catcher, and that's John Ryan Murphy. This other kid, we've heard a lot about him. He's got some electrifying stuff, high expectations. We've heard a lot about this kid, and trust me when I say the stuff is there, and it's gonna be there, and hopefully it's gonna be there this year. Jose Berrios. I have a hit off of Bert, and Bert also hit me. True story. All right? Oh, he did. You weren't throwing that hard then.
You can see it with your eyes. So I think what has helped with the Circle Me Bert, it's helped because it brings, I think, our telecast closer to the fans, but I've met so many people over the years, probably the last 10, 12 years, that they did it as a family project. You know, I remember one game there was 4 nuns that sat with a sign, and they had their face through this circle that they made, 4 of them. Well, of course, I had to sign them, or I'm going to hell. I'm in circle. But it just, you know, I've met people that, you know, the little kids do the signs, but it's on a fluorescent type board. So it's just a way for us to interact with the fans. You are all here by circle.
Well, what's your name? Saya? Josiah. Very nice. You gonna be a baseball player? You play hockey or anything? No. That's pretty good. Oh, that's a home run, huh? What did you learn the most from the time you played this year? What did you learn the most?
Mejor estrategia para jugar con esos buenos bateadores y de esa manera pues después no necesito más.
No, like I said, I think consistency was the biggest thing I had to learn, that I did learn, but I also having to adjust to those guys and how mature they are on the field, and just a combination of those 2 things were the things that I really to come this season.
He speaks fluent English. He continues to speak Spanish. Does anybody speak Spanish here?
One of the first things I saw was the family orientation of the Twins, right? I mean, this is something that you don't get to, growing up in the Yankee organization, that you don't have this fan interaction, right? So when I got traded, everybody preached family, family. That's the Twins organization, that's their way. And you see it firsthand, no question.
And sometimes that's lost in today's game, because guys fly out all over the place.
Just like you were saying earlier, kind of like life, the season's going to go up and down, and it's how do you maintain the highs, or stay humble on the highs, and hopeful in the lows. And there's no real secret. I mean, no one likes going through it. But I think the good thing about a winter is that spring's around the corner, and every year a team takes a new identity. It's just every year is a little different, even if it's the same guys, different guys. And so I think you just turn the page.
Maybe signed a early contract that came from this area. I think it's 4% ever get to the big leagues. That's how hard it is to get there. So what you accomplish at that level, and how do you maintain that and stay there for a long period of time? You have to go through the adjustments, but it's hard to get
In the back.
And then kind of on the flip side of losing, so July 1st, we think.
Peter, so we can, take that out that guy. So we have to do the first man. We have to.
With Detroit? Todd? Victor Martinez?
Yeah.
Victor, okay. We're on the mound. I can see you in the eyes. I can look you in the eyes and know what you're thinking, if you're going to compete against me, or if you have the advantage. The intimidation part of it.
It's not up to me, it's not up to anybody but the general manager and the new president in charge as far as baseball operations to make that decision. But Brian's a high quality guy now that might bring something back to help this ball club. Maybe not this year, but in the years to come. This club might be a lot like the 1982 club. When they had Herbeck and Gaetti and Bernansky and Wadner and Viola, to let these guys mature and learn how to lose, but also eventually learn how to win.
He signed a friendly contract. Overall in baseball, it's kind of a friendly contract. He's got this year, next year, and then becomes a free agent. The club doesn't own any rights to pick up. He signed a cool contract.
There you go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're on the sweet spot.
Game 7.
Good year. Good.
Thank
How are you?
You're welcome. Good.
What are you doing?
Thank you. Awesome.
Everybody?
Cool. Yeah, well, that was cool.
Thanks for coming out. Hey, how you doing? Pretty good.
Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
We're supposed to be
Hey, don't worry.
Blue.
That's all right.
Sure, perfect, whatever you like.
I'll say that. Yeah.
Have a little fun down there.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Hey, bud. How old are you? 11? No school today or what?
I didn't even have to skip. The same color Sharpie?
Oh, it doesn't matter. If
It
it's
doesn't
not.
matter? Okay.
You can start a new trend.
That's very nice.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck to you.